Hey guys, it's Peanut Butter Ice Cream Bar. So what you're about to watch is a video I made back in October and I only just got around to editing it just now. And it's a little strange. It's about headcanons and also it's a perfume commercial, so questionable decisions were made and I hope that you enjoy them. Anyway, I'll talk to you guys later. Bye! Strange magic. Ooh, strange magic. Got the strange magic. Bum 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 bum. Strange magic. Bum 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 bum. Okay, what am I doing? You know how you read things or hear things or view things that are fiction and suddenly all of a sudden you have this idea in your head like, oh my god, wouldn't that be the cutest, most best, most adorable, most angstiest thing ever? Headcanons. The new scent for 2015. For those of you who don't know, a headcanon is what's canon in your head, despite it maybe not being so in the actual reality of things. Canon is a word that means the stuff that actually really in reality happens in the fictional world. Canon in Harry Potter is that Ron and Hermione date and eventually have kids. A headcanon in Harry Potter might be that Ron and Hermione date, Hermione goes insane with power lust, murders Ron, and replaces him with a clone of herself dressed in Ron's old clothes. Headcanons. You're not crazy, you're just different. There are several different types of headcanons, several different views, if you will, several fandomalities. Let's use Sherlock to help illustrate them. The canon headcanons are those who view their movie or show or game as a very religious person might view a religious text. That's all there is, there's one true path, and to stray is a sin. Some more extreme cases will be angry by the more exploratorial fans. Others will simply say, I do not agree, and I will not read your smutfic about Sherlock and Irene Adler because that never happens. But I will not hate you for posting it. It's a narrow point of view, to be sure. Maybe it stems from denial of desire. Desire to tear your fandom apart in search of a secret romantic relationship that the characters have never shown for each other, but it's okay, they're totally in love, okay? Or maybe these people are just too busy to think about stuff like this. Maybe they have too much of a real life. I wouldn't know. I've never had much of a real life. But it's a solid point, I think, maybe. The people with a slightly wider field of vision are the non-canon headcanons. They believe in unlikely romantic pairings, secret siblings, weird, bizarre friendships between characters that maybe never met. They look at their fandom as more of an outline, more of a request than a set of rules. These are people sailing ships that do not port in writers' rooms, at least not officially. These are people who say yes to John Locke, yes to Molly and Moriarty being in love the whole time, yes to just about anything that they think could possibly happen within the scope, the natural scope of their fandom. Often these people are looking to pair up two characters romantically, and they ask themselves important questions like, have these characters met? Have they interacted? Did they acknowledge each other's existence? Are they dating other people? Are they the proper sex and sexuality to be attracted to one another? Do they like each other? Am I attracted to them both? But by far the best, in my opinion, are the crack canon headcanons. It's just about as exciting as it sounds. You see, everything has certain degrees. Crack canon can probably be safely split into 3 degrees of crazy, but it's all the same principle. That principle being, things should be different. Often others who don't understand, who have not spent hours meditating upon their fandom, will ask why. Why destroy something you claim to love? Well, it could be boredom. It could be just because I felt like it. I don't know, leave me alone. How about that? Look, these are people who have been staring into the void, okay? Their vision has extended beyond the cosmos. It has done a 360 and now everything is just sort of a jumbled sphere of confusion and no one really knows what's going on. But before we all get existential. Remember, there are degrees. Of course, it's obvious that crack fiction gets its name because they say the writer sounds like they were on crack when they wrote it, and in some cases I would say yes, that's true, that's a fair assessment. But there are some cases that are different. There are some cases where someone wasn't, you know, going down that road. Maybe they were just in the vicinity at a party and, you know, people were doing that and they accidentally got some blown in their face and they were like, whoa man, I know about that. That's not what I'm here for, but I forgive you and I will continue to hang out here. They basically will take canon information and add one random little fact that, although random, is generally harmless enough. For example, one day there's a delivery at 221B Baker Street and it's a lobster. And John is like, oh yum, a lobster, delicious, let's eat it. And Sherlock is like, le gasp, and keeps it as a pet. This ends up being the reason Sherlock becomes more and more empathetic to his cases. It's because his pet lobster taught him how to feel. Insert a million jokes about pet lobsters and the characters' reactions. A pet lobster? What? The next level takes things to a stranger place. Maybe the lobster was actually a gift from, I don't know, Doctor Who, or even weirder, Arthur Conan Doyle, or any actor that's ever played Sherlock, and they're like, I gave you this lobster because I love you, and Sherlock is like, and I love you! And then, you know, impractical sex, and someone gets pregnant somehow. And preg. But the third. These are the people who have full-on cocaine habits, who sit and meditate on their fandom, looking for new ways to destroy it. Some people just want to watch the world burn. Of course, it's all in the name of comedy, we hope. No one really wants to see these changes. They just want to imagine these changes. Sometimes you're just in a what-if kind of mood, you know? We want to be able to say, what if John wakes up one day to a delivery at the door and it's a lobster, and in display of his manly strength he's about to bite its head off when it says, oh no, John, wait, it's me, Sherlock. I've been a lobster this whole time, I'm so sorry. And they continue to solve crimes, which opens up just whole new doors, whole new trials and tribulations. How can a lobster stop a murderer? You tell me. Is underwater crime gonna be a thing now? We're gonna have John in a little scuba suit while Sherlock does his little lobster paddle in the water to solve the crime of the underwater crime. And what was Moriarty? Some kind of shellfish, no doubt? A crab? The question is never why, but instead, why not? As I said, everything has degrees. There are so many blurred lines. There are people who fall between categories, like those who have non-canon pairings that are so strange and bizarre that they might qualify for crack fiction. That's just the way the world works. But what about you? What do you find yourself adhering to most? What do you seek out, read, relate to? Are you on the straight and narrow? Bi fandom? Pan fandom, maybe? I myself am guilty of all three. Mostly intending to stick to the first, guiltily lapsing into the second, getting bored with that, and becoming the third. Which, in my opinion, is the best and most fun way to experience a fandom. I mean, I have this exercise when I'm in a bad mood, where I just, like, list a couple things that I'm enjoying right now, and assign them numbers, get the random number generator out so it can pick one, put my iTunes on shuffle, and just write like a fanfiction prompt based on whatever category it chose, whatever fandom it chose, and the lyrics and tone of the song. It gets pretty weird. And believe me, I have some crappy music on my iTunes, okay? When I was younger, I just took all my older sister's CDs and just put all of them on my iTunes, so I have a lot of nows. A lot of nows. I got old Britney, old JLo. I got 18s. I got 18s on my iTunes. I'll leave you with one final note. If you've ever inserted an OC into a fanfiction, and don't worry, we've all written at least one fanfiction in our life that we will go back to over the years and read it, hating it because it's so bad, but loving it, loving every minute of it because it's so bad. Ever thought what would happen if these characters you so love were in a different time, or a different world, or were slightly different people? Then you, my friend, have had a taste of the cocaine of the writing world. Good luck, my friends, and stay safe.